Welcome to the Unblock Your Business podcast. I'm Abby Rogers, success coach, business coach and hypnotherapist, and I help high achievers and business leaders master their subconscious habits for success, income goals and, above all, happiness. But success isn't just about mindset or strategy. It's about combining both and sealing the deal with a big dose of subconscious alignment, because our subconscious holds the true key to unlocking our potential. Let's dive in and look at how you can show up bigger, better, and more uniquely aligned in life and business today. Hello, welcome back to the Unblock Your Business podcast. Today, episode 43, and today we're going to talk about the things that could stop you from achieving the life and income that you really want. So last week I talked about how we can become so focused on one way of creating income in our businesses that we almost become blinkered to other easier ways of doing things and making money. And also how so many of us have this deep-rooted belief that making money has to be hard, and that sort of belief system keeps us really trapped in narrative cycles and thought loops that just become this self-fulfilling prophecy. So because we believe that making money has to be hard, it turns out to be really hard. Our brains are wonderful prediction machines, and they are wonderful at creating exactly what we tell them is going to be true. So this week, I just wanted to dive a little bit deeper into some of the other reasons why it can be really hard to make money, and why, although everyone, and I mean literally everyone, has the ideas and the capability to create financial freedom, very few people actually succeed and realize that final result that we're all gunning for. So let's get straight in there. So the first reason that most people never create the income and lifestyle that they are capable of is just that they really don't believe that they can. Simple as that. They don't believe it's possible for them, even though they know that they would really like that outcome, even though that's everything they're going for. They just don't believe it's actually something that could happen for them. And most of us know how amazing life could look if we could achieve our goals. But sometimes we just don't fully connect with it being something that could actually happen for us. If you are honest with yourself right now, do you feel that way? Do you feel a bit like, oh, that's my vision board, that's my amazing goal, but really it just feels too far away? And instead of embracing our ideas fully, when we feel a bit like that, we can end up talking ourselves out of it rather than just embracing it and saying that is the way it's going to be and jumping in with both feet. So if you've ever found yourself doing that, having a great idea and then coming up with all the reasons why it would never work and just talking yourself straight out of it, then you're doing exactly what I've just described there. Not fully believing in yourself, not having that absolute 100% determination that this is going to happen. And that's because you're not really trusting that your ideas are worth committing to, or not really trusting yourself to see those ideas through to the end, and really take them and run with them. And that is what stops a lot of people getting off the ground with their businesses and their passive income ideas, and feeling horribly frustrated and stuck, knowing that they want more, but it's just never happening for them. It's not that they're not capable. It's not that they actually need anything more than they've got right now. They don't need any more strategy. They don't need any more tools. They just need that belief in themselves. And that's so critical to actually taking the right steps towards creating that vision. Because when you have belief, you tap into a different part of your brain, a different part of your thinking, and you start to get wonderful insights and bold new ideas that steer you in that right direction. And with that belief, if you are absolutely confident in yourself, then you start to take much more bold action. You start to take steps you would perhaps never have dared take before, you become much more audacious and committed and excited about the whole thing. And that's how people like Richard Branson got started. Believe it or not, he wasn't born a multi-billionaire. He didn't start there. He didn't know that he was going to get where he is today. He just believed that he could. And he started out ringing around businesses from phone boxes in London, spending his last few pennies or whatever the currency was back then, trying to get people to buy ad space in his magazine, and talking to some people that were way above his level at that time, or where he might have perceived himself to be. And it was that self-belief and that willingness to just jump in and try things that got him to where he is now, and just being bold and brave and having the guts to do that. And that all comes from that belief. So that's the biggie. The second big self-sabotage issue I see happening so often, especially for women in business, not just women, but especially women, because we are the people pleasers and the carers. The way we tend to sabotage ourselves is by just not giving ourselves and our ideas enough time and enough importance. Now, putting the pieces of the puzzle in place to build wealth and a stable financial future, really, that's the thing that we should be putting right at the top of our priority tree. Because once that's taken care of, then it's done deal, isn't it? And you have the time and energy free to do all those other things which are so important to you in life. Getting yourself financially sorted means that you can relax, you can spend time with your family, you can hire a cleaner, you can outsource the crappy jobs that you hate, and you can just show up and enjoy life. And you can stop giving yourself second best. You can stop daydreaming about the day that you book that incredible holiday or trip you've had in mind, because you're actually making it happen and it's becoming a reality. But what tends to happen is that we do things the wrong way around. Instead of prioritizing making that stuff happen, we give all our time and energy to dealing with the smaller problems in life and trying to fix all the stuff, trying to keep the wheels turning in too many different places in our lives, and sometimes even just giving lots of energy and time to worrying about the fact it will never happen, which is totally counterproductive, isn't it, in so many ways. And we tend to put ourselves and our vision right to the back of our priority list. We put ourselves behind doing the cleaning. We put ourselves behind running errands for the family or for other people, and behind doing all sorts of stuff that we imagine that we should do. Things like joining local committees or PTAs, or meeting people who want to just pick our brains for a coffee, or joining in on that networking call because we feel like we should and we don't want to be the person who doesn't, or aimlessly scrolling social media for the millionth time, or even things like watching stuff we really don't care about just because that's our default mode. That's what we just tend to fall into at the end of an exhausting day when you've been running around after everybody all day long. And then when we get to the end of the day, we wonder where all that time went and why we don't have the energy to get behind our dreams and to make them happen. So it's all about flipping those priorities around and saying, well, this is the thing that has to happen if I want to create that life. When am I going to make time for this? How am I going to show up for myself and show up for this vision of the future that I have? Making it a priority and saying, this is the thing that really has to happen. How does everything else fit around this? Not where does this squeeze in among everything else? Now, I'm going to dive deep into how we get past this one in one of the new courses that I'm launching very soon, just to give you a little teaser. So there'll be a whole unit on creating a CEO mindset and on how you can get over that guilt around all the things that you think you should be doing so that you can just focus on your business or your passive income project and give it the full attention it deserves. So I'm very excited about that. And there's also going to be a whole other unit on social media and on how you can take back control so that it feels like a functional and profitable part of your business rather than just a total time suck. So watch this space. I'll have some news about that for you very soon. So the final mindset block today, our final spanner in the works of success, is getting swayed from your true path, getting distracted by other people and their shoulds. And goodness me, this is so easily done, especially when you're just starting out in business and you're not that confident on your marketing strategy or on what is going to get you the results that you want. And there are just hundreds of people pushing their methods and strategies and services on you, and it's so hard to know which way to turn and to be clear on what your true voice is at that time. But it's also easy to fall into this trap even once you are established. Let's say things take a bit of a bad turn in your business, or maybe you experience a bit of a setback. And so very often when those things happen, we find ourselves getting distracted and getting swayed from the things that are going to pick us back up and move us forwards again. And the thing is that you intuitively know the right moves to make and the path that is going to suit you in getting to your goals. You do. You know deep inside exactly what you need to do, even if you don't know you know. And when you start to disregard that and you start to listen to everybody else's opinions, then you risk getting totally overwhelmed and pulled in so many different directions and not knowing what to do for the best. And your anxiety then increases because you also start to convince yourself you're doing things wrong or you're not doing the right things. And you really start to question yourself, and that shatters your confidence. And I've lost count now of the number of times that I've had to help people just unravel everything that they've been convincing themselves they need to be doing so that they can get out of paralysis mode and reconnect with their own intuition and insight and rediscover their enthusiasm and their excitement for their businesses. And when we do that, when we just peel away all this stuff that's been on their mind that didn't come from them in the first place, all of a sudden it becomes so much easier to focus and they start to get results when they begin to trust themselves. So if you are feeling overwhelmed and like there is just way too much that you have to do at the moment, then it's just worth asking yourself whether all this stuff that you've got in your head now is coming from you, or are you just trying to fulfill somebody else's list, somebody else's tick box exercise for what a business should look like, in little funny air quotes. Now, I promise you, the most successful businesses and the people who do achieve great wealth, and great lifestyles and everything they've dreamed of, they don't get there by doing things the same way, by following somebody else's formula by any means, I promise you. In fact, the more unique you can be, the better. People that do tend to become a great success generally are very good at trusting themselves. They're very good at being a pioneer and doing things a slightly different way. So if you can trust yourself and lean into doing things your way, then you're going to get there so much faster. Now, some exciting news. I am running a free masterclass very soon to help you with these issues and with anything else that you feel might be a barrier to your success in making more income and achieving your goals. It's going to be called the Let's Make Money Masterclass, and it's on Friday the 1st of April, and it's going to help you get your mind in the right place for achieving success, showing up as you want to show up, and making passive income. Now, you may have heard me recently talking about Lisa Johnson's Race to Recurring Revenue Passive Income Challenge, and that kicks off today, the 21st of March 22. Now, if you're a couple of days after the 21st and you do want to join in, don't worry, you can still join in during the challenge week. So just wander through to the link in the show notes and sign up, and you can catch up on any trainings that you may have missed. So I'm going to be running a free Let's Make Money Masterclass to help you get your mind in the right place for making passive income. And I'll be giving you my top 3 strategies and diving deeper into everything I've covered today, giving you some practical steps that you can take immediately to create the belief and the CEO mindset and the focus that you need to make those financially free dreams of yours come true. I'm going to help you ditch the guilt and find ways to start taking action and focusing on you and your dreams. The challenge, Lisa's challenge, is absolutely free Everything's recorded if you can't make the live sessions, and it will leave you full of inspiration and ready to start working towards those income goals and lifestyle goals of yours. And the masterclass is just going to really reinforce everything and help you to take control of your mindset so that you are set up for success. And during my masterclass, I will be telling you a bit more about that wonderful course I was talking about earlier, and some of the other fab bonuses that I'll be offering, which are worth over £1,000, and I'm going to be giving those away absolutely free to anyone who does decide to join Lisa in her paid program One-to-Many after the challenge is finished. So if you want to find out more about all of that, hear more about those wonderful bonuses and other bits and pieces I'm giving away free, then you need to sign up to Lisa's challenge. Come and join me in my masterclass, and I will be there to answer any of your questions. We'll have a bit of a live Q&A as well as sharing my top tips with you. And I can't wait to see you there. So take care. See you soon, and I will be back next week. Have a great week. Thanks for listening. I really hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, it would be incredible if you could pop a review on iTunes, Google, Spotify, or your favourite podcast platform. And if you want to dive deeper, you can find me in my Facebook group Unblock Your Business or at www.unblockyourbusiness.com.